guys, Caden here today with another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today we're going to announce some things quickly like we usually do in these episodes before we get into doing stuff. Anyway, first off, you'll notice I do not have face cam today. Basically, it's just really dark outside and cloudy because it's been raining here. It's monsoon season, so we've had a lot of rain recently. Basically, it's just really dark and I don't really have a good light in my room. Anyway, that explains why there's no face cam. Also, about there being no episode tomorrow, there was originally meant to be a video of Wildlife Park going up yesterday, basically, and this will tie into the second thing. My mic was way too quiet, you couldn't hear me, and yeah, it was a big problem. And the second point I'm about to make is the reason for that. As you guys know, about 2 weeks ago now, I went on vacation. And I brought my microphone with me, and I think my microphone may have been slightly damaged during that time. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Been eating. I just ate, basically. Anyway, yeah, so I think my microphone was slightly damaged, which means these next couple of episodes may sound a little, either the audio will be too quiet, too loud. I'm going to try and fix it in editing. Basically, this next week, I'm basically just going to try and fix the audio to the point where it sounds really good again, which means there may be a lack of multiplayer videos or collabs, I guess would be the better term. Yeah, so there's probably going to be a lack of collabs. I'll probably just be doing several solo episodes and stuff. And yeah, and I have one more big announcement, and that is I'm not sure if I'm going to have a stream tomorrow. If I do have a stream, it may be a good deal later than usual because, well, I'm going to be gone. Well, not gone. I'm going to be out of the house for a little while. So, yeah. If there is no stream tomorrow, sorry. I'll probably have a video or two, maybe a video go up then, maybe two. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we are now going to get into today's episode because you know what? It's about time. So, stuff to go over since the last episode. I kind of finished this off a bit more. Basically, I just kind of worked on getting the entrance done. We still got all our alligator guards and stuff in here. As you can see, those guys have been laying eggs, so occasionally I'll break in through like that wall there and grab the eggs, and I've been using them in the Spinosaurus enclosure to feed it. Also, I'm going to talk about the quick plans. I think I went over this last episode, but I'm just going to go over it again. Basically, we're going to build like some turnstiles and ticket booths up here eventually. Not this episode, I think, but maybe in the next one. At some point during next week, we're going to work next week's for the first two episodes. Maybe we'll work on getting the entrance a bit more refurbished, getting it all set up, and yeah. So another thing that I did off screen was I started fixing up the pathways. I haven't worked on fixing the Dinosaurs enclosure yet. I will work on getting that done, but mainly I worked on fixing up the Stegosaurus enclosure and getting the pathway built to it. So now we have a pathway that curves all the way around and goes out here, which means out here we are definitely going to be building some form of enclosure. I'm probably not going to do marine reptile here. Reason for that, I want to do an aquarium. Just because this is really far down. I mean, technically, we could build a staircase and then build, like, the Mosasaur arena again in this area. I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? What would you guys be interested in seeing? Do you guys want to see a Mosasaurus arena again? Do you want me to do an aquarium? Do you have any ideas for what we could put there? We could put, like, a port or something like that. Build, like, a giant cargo ship. I don't know. It's up to you guys what we build there. Also, like I said, I upgraded the Stegosaurus enclosure. I basically just gave them a bit more space to kind of make it a bit more flush with the wall. This is all I've done. I like how it's turned out. I think it kind of makes the enclosure feel a bit more like it's suited for a Stegosaurus, because Stegosaurs, obviously, as you guys know, are not small animals, and I cannot get out of here. Goodness gracious. That's unfortunate. Anyway, sorry, it's just basically I ate, and I've got a lot of saliva in my mouth, and it's very annoying when commentating. Also, I've been coughing a lot more, which is scaring me. I'm hoping I'm not going to get sick, because I hate being sick and then recording videos. I still do it. I still record because, obviously, I want there to be episodes for you guys to watch. But, you know, it's not my favorite thing to do. So, another thing. I worked a little bit on the Spino enclosure. Basically, I just built a back wall over here. Kind of just to keep you from wandering off, considering at this point we do not have an enclosure anywhere over here. I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if I should if I really should be saying this out loud, especially in a video. I know it's not. Also, you can see where I built up the wall because it's not flush with the mountain. Anyway, basically, I've mentioned this before, but this was a lot before the big update came. Hello, Mr. Spinosaur. I think you are almost full grown. I'll go get my Dinopedia out of the chest and we can check. Anyway, they have, what is it? It's GitHub, I think is what it's called. Anyway, it's basically a place where they will post this. It's kind of like a place for them to post what's going on in the source code of the mod. What things are being added, retracted, changed, things like that. Anyway, I was checking there. Now, this does not mean 100% that this is going to be added in. They have added creatures into the creatures models, textures, things like that before into there, and then they don't end up getting added. So this is just a possibility of what we may be seeing if in an update happening in the next couple of days / weeks. 2 animals, well, one of these I know most of you guys are going to be really excited for because I've been waiting for this one for years now. The second one is one I'm actually extremely excited for because it'll be something completely different and new. But I don't know how many of you guys will be all that interested in. If I remember to, when I'm editing this episode, I'll probably post some pictures when I'm talking about them so you guys can see what they look like. Well, the actual animals, because the actual in-game model has not been shown yet, so I cannot show you guys what they will actually look like. Anyway, the 2 new creatures that appear to be added, that might be added in very, very, very soon, are none other than, 12 days old, so he's almost full grown, I think. The 2 creatures that should be added in extremely, extremely soon. And when I say extremely, extremely soon, I mean like this could be potentially the next update that comes out. So yeah, big, exciting stuff. Anyway, they are the Ichthyosaurus. Now this is one I know most of us who are really into this mod have been waiting for years. The model's been around for a long time. This is a new model and a new texture from what I can tell. It's a very similar texture, but it is going to be different. And I'm so excited to see this in the mod. The texture from what I've seen looks phenomenal, very awesome, very well done. And it just is a mod I'm very excited to see, especially if it works like the Mo Creatures Dolphin, and where it'll like, you can just ride around on them and they're super duper fast and stuff. That's really what I'm excited to see. The second animal that will be added in, from my knowledge, is Henotis, which is, I can't really remember exactly. It's a relative of the turtles, essentially, and Nothosaurs, I think. Anyway, Henotis, it's a very cool kind of like bottom feeder kind of, for the context of that, so it doesn't sound bad or whatever. A bottom feeder is essentially a marine creature who will go along the bottom of the ocean, rivers, lakes, things like that, and just kind of sift through it and for maybe like clams, crustaceans, things like that. What is it? Walruses do something very similar where they'll move their mouths and whiskers along the very bottom of the ocean to collect clams. Anyway, yeah, so Henotis and Ichthyosaurus look to be in the next update. I am insanely excited for that because both of those are very awesome creatures, and it'll add to the marine reptile kind of roster that we've got going on, that's in the mod right now. And I'm actually really happy that they're doing this. The only other branch that other than that, the marine reptiles, that needs more members is the pterosaurs, because, well, we only have 1 pterosaur. Avians is okay because we technically have 5 avians, 4 from the same family group, and then the other one being the Confuciusornis. Yeah. Anyway, that seems to be the future of the mod, and I am very much looking forward to it. I love the idea of getting to see Henotis. I actually already have a cool idea of what I want to do for Henotis. If we have time to stream tomorrow, I will definitely show you guys an idea. Oh yeah, so that's another thing. So what is it? 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or US East Coast time. That's usually when I stream. If I stream, it'll probably be closer to what? Let's see. I'll probably be back at my house. Now I do live in Arizona, so right now, 1 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast is about 10 a.m. for me. So my time, I'll be back probably around, I'll be able to stream maybe 1 or 2 p.m. my time, which will be around, 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5 Eastern Standard Time, and probably near 9 o'clock for you guys in the UK. So yeah, a bit of a later stream. I hope you guys will be fine with that. I will definitely try to stream tomorrow, though. Anyway, that's that. it's kind of fun. I've enjoyed doing these episodes where it's a lot of announcements. I like doing announcements for you guys. I personally think it's a lot of fun. And I forgot. I meant to collect all of these resources for building a Drysaurus enclosure, but we never ended up building a Dryo enclosure because, well, they're in there right now. Actually, again, like I said, I don't really have... Actually, I didn't say it this episode. I didn't really have a plan going in on what to build. But you know what? Because we have time and I don't really have anything else to work on, why not work on the Dryo enclosure? Because, well, it needs some work. Because it doesn't look the best right now. I will probably try to model this after the one we have on the Streamers Creative World thing. Because that's a very nice exhibit. I think that is, if you guys have watched the streams, which I highly suggest you would, very, very large amount of fun. Awesome. It's great to be able to talk to you guys, really built up a sense of community. You know, that's actually one of the things I would say, if you were to ask me what's my favorite thing about doing YouTube right now. I mean, although the growth of the channel is awesome, I mean, we're about to hit, I think if we haven't by the time this video goes up, we are about to hit 570 subscribers. So that's absolutely insane. We're almost to 600. And when we hit 600 again, that will be an insane goal to have reached. But although that is awesome, it's awesome to see the channel kind of explode and stuff. I have to say one of my favorite parts, at least at the moment, is all the community we've started to form. Like on the streams especially, getting to... we've started to have several regulars on the streams, and it's awesome to kind of catch up with you guys. You guys will ask me tons of questions, we build stuff, awesome stuff like that. I mean, heck, I've had some people on the stream have said I've helped inspire them to start a YouTube channel, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it means as much to you guys, but to me, I mean, it is awesome to know that we have this little community going on who all enjoy a very similar thing, and yeah, seems a bit soapy when I say it, or what would be the correct term for that? I have no idea. Sounds a bit wishy-washy, I guess. I don't know. I should really come up with a better idea of how. Actually, you know what would work better is what we did over in the Spinosaurus enclosure, and that's a very typical kind of thing I like to do when I don't really know how I want to build a wall. Yeah, actually, maybe not this episode. Maybe I'll probably end up doing most of this off screen, but expect when we come back for the next episode, when we start working on over there, expect this exhibit and potentially, oh yeah, I actually forgot. I'm gonna pull up my phone here real quick and quickly look at the comments of the last video. I meant to do this earlier, basically there were a couple things you guys said. Oh wow, okay, audio was on. 23 comments, nice. Yeah, you guys said maybe I should put a lot of galleys at the Site B area. I think, so we're going to head over there real quick. This will be a somewhat longer episode, I hope. I mean, yeah, the last episode I did was like 10, 15 minutes. Really quick video. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to head over to this area real quick so I can basically talk about something. Yeah, I know you guys were kind of like, oh, I should have taken those dinosaurs to Site B, and I did actually just go back and check the footage, and I remember they actually were untamed. So the fact that they were untamed and sitting means I really wouldn't have any way of moving them to Site B, because honestly, in this mod, dinosaurs take forever to tame. So unfortunately, there really wasn't a way we could kind of get them over there. Anyway, so I own this area over here. I actually have, that's my original, not my original, my second house. This is where I was actually going to start the series, right out down here. Anyway, I own this area, and I'm thinking, why not turn this, or it's either this or this little valley down here with the oak forest, into our edition of Site B. Basically, we'll build like 1 or 2 perimeter fences, basically just to keep them from going off everywhere into the world. Let's actually go, yeah, right up here. But I'm thinking like, yeah, actually, I kind of prefer this forest. We just basically put like 20 or so Gallimimus, we put a ton of Pachyes, Galleys, Ankies, Brachiosaurs, Parasaurs, tons of stuff in that area. And it's almost completely enclosed off by the mountains as well, which means we don't really have to build a ton of fencing, as well as the river keeping them out as well. Then maybe we could build like a long pathway, just kind of elevated pathway going along the mountain ridge. And oh yeah, you guys said maybe we should do a safari thing or something. So maybe like right here we could build like a little safari area so people can go into there and just kind of hang out and stuff. Oh, I meant to hit the water. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't really get a ton of we got 23 comments, and again, I'm gonna say that's awesome that we get that many comments now about per video, because I mean I used to barely get 2 comments a video. Now the fact that we're at 20 comments a video is like insane. Honestly, I love you guys for basically just supporting the channel and stuff. It really makes a difference. It motivates me to record more. I mean, that's why I've started kind of asking for likes. I mean, I don't really care as much about likes or not. It does kind of give me feedback. If a video does get a certain amount of, if videos start to get more likes, I do know maybe that's a series that I should put a bit more work into. Anyway, but if you guys really want to support me into making maybe more episodes, stuff like that, leaving a comment. I mean, like, I love the comments saying like great video, stuff like that. Like, but a comment, if you really want to help me out or support me or motivate me to record more, leave an idea, like something to build, some dinosaur enclosure to work on, maybe a collab to do with someone on the server, because all of those things are like, oh, so that's what you guys want to see. I will hop right on that. By the way, for those of you wondering, Zoo Tycoon 2 will probably be out tomorrow if I can find the time tonight to record it, and I will probably be doing a realm or whatever, basically unlimited money, because, well, dinosaur mods add in dinosaurs that cost like $400,000 in the game, and I'm not willing to take that much time. So yeah, we're gonna build it. Freeform, that's what it's called. Yeah, anyway, so this episode's gone on long enough with me rambling, so I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Like I said, if you want to support me or give me ideas, I would love to have that down in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys want me to build. Like I said, I was thinking about working on the entrance in next week's episode. So do you guys have any ideas for what we should do? Like the Jurassic Park gates somewhere? Maybe like I guess we could like have the Jurassic Park gates maybe behind here, or build like the mountains around it again. Do you guys want me to work on the area over there? On a dinosaur you want me to put in? All that kind of stuff. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did all enjoy this episode. And until next time, guys. See ya.